These are the Fiio FT3 headphones. A bit overhyped in my opinion. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, listen to my unqualified opinion of these. We'll talk about what I like, there's like one of them, what I don't like, and why I don't like them. So, I'm a headphone guy. I love headphones. I love listening to headphones. Most of my videos are not about headphones. Why? Because not very many people watch them. And I love to get those views. These are the Fiio FT3. I guess you would say maybe they're overhyped. Anyway, I think most people absolutely adore these headphones. I don't. I listen to them through this and some other stuff, but mostly through this. This is Fio's all-in-one streamer slash DAC slash preamp. Very impressive piece of equipment from a functionality standpoint. I think sonically it's not that great, not super dynamic. Very clean though, clear, has the THX amplification, which a lot of people love. So I figured, listen, I should listen to Fiio headphones on a Fiio headphone amplifier and streamer and preamp, right? It's gotta get the best out of these things. Not really. Let's talk about build quality. Build quality. All right, you got some metal bits here. I think this is metal on the outside. At least it's cool to the touch. Got some metal grills right here. This is a dynamic driver headphone. This is very Sennheiser-esque with the band here. Then you got a little comfort strap. The ear cups kind of just pull off, have a snap in place system. Here is the driver. Kind of cool looking. 350 ohms. So this is going to be a power hungry headphone. And I got them loud enough on the R7, but I don't think the R7 has enough gumption to really get these things going, which is surprising because on paper, the R7 has a ton of power. You're not going to be able to swap these out for a whole bunch of different pads if you want to, as easily as a lot of other headphones on the market. These come in at $299. So they are competing with the HiFiMan Sundaras. Even the HiFiMan Edition XS, I think, are on sale. The Paras from Moondrop, which are actually really good. All of those other headphones are planar magnetic headphones. I'm not going to pretend to say that I like dynamic driver headphones better than planar magnetics. Quite the opposite. I love planar magnetics. Quite frankly, I think these HiFiMan, I don't know, HE400s, I think they sound better than these Fios. I rarely watch other reviews. Actually, I didn't watch any other review about this. I kind of briefly skimmed some written reviews about the FT3. And one of the things I came across was that the sub bass was supposedly really good. It's terrible, in my opinion. Listen, Korn, Narcissistic Cannibal off the Path of Totality record. At the 60-second mark, there is a bass line that goes doo-doo, and it just wasn't there. I literally could not hear it on these headphones. I don't know exactly what frequency that's at, but safe to say it's below 80 hertz. So for someone to say that the sub bass on this is excellent, well, you wouldn't know because you can't hear it. The one thing I'll say that these headphones do well is they offer a very large sound stage. And there was stuff going on in the music that I really enjoyed that I hadn't heard presented before on a headphone. You know, with headphones, usually you're right here. There was a lot of spatial cues going on with the FT3. Yes, FT3. That I don't hear with other headphones. For that reason only, I guess you should maybe take a look at these. I also felt like the overall tonality on these was a little bit mid-range focused. So there is some top-end magic with some cymbals, percussion, etc. But I feel like that magic is not on display because the mid-range is so in your face. I think if you listen to a lot of music that's acoustically focused, like Bob Marley, for example, Redemption Song, his guitars sound really good, but at the same time, they sound a little bit inauthentic and not organic. There is a, I don't know, metallic sheen on them, complete lack of richness. I feel like the upper bass, the lower mid-range, is just kind of missing. No warmth to these at all. They give me the vibe of like a studio monitor headphone. Like the Sonys with the giant long accordion style cord. Those don't have a lot of bass either. So I think the only outstanding aspect of the FT3 is their soundstage capabilities. Build quality is pretty good and maybe exceeds other headphones at the $300 price point. But all in all, I'm thoroughly unimpressed with this headphone, and I wouldn't recommend it to my friends. Just not my jam. But again, my opinion is unqualified. I'm not a headphone guru, so maybe I'm just too pedestrian to recognize the genius that is the Fiio FT3. So the headphones that I personally would rather listen to, all under $300, are the Hi-Fi Sandara, the Paras from Moondrop, Sennheiser HD 560S, Hi-Fi HE400 SE or something, which are only a little north of $100. The Monolith M570, which sometimes can be had for well under $300. Edition XS from Hi-Fi, although to be fair, I think their retail is much higher than $500. And probably a laundry list of others. I feel like there's no bass. The mid-range that is there is cold and harsh. Top end's pretty good, and then the soundstage is excellent. I think they're too hard to drive. The build quality's great, but who cares about build quality if they don't sound good? So I don't get it. Tell me in the comments why I should get that, why I got this wrong. Tell me in the comments why the FT3 is brilliant. If you own the FT3 and you own any of the other headphones that I just talked about, please tell me why this is better. Because I've heard a lot of speakers. I've heard a lot of headphones. And I wouldn't say that these adhere to the Harman curve at all. And I would need to heavily EQ them to listen to them long term. I just don't think they're practical. Sorry, Fiio. And I definitely don't think they sound good with the R7 at all. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can sign up for Patreon. Patreon.com/cheapaudioman. Every Sunday night, we have Patreon-only Zooms, Patreon-only Discord, Patreon-only Facebook group. You can also use the links in the description. Most of those links are affiliate links, which means if you click and buy, I do get a commission, but it doesn't cost you any more, though. So it's a great way to support the channel. You can also buy me a cup of coffee. Down at the bottom of the video, there's a thanks button. Click on it, throw a couple of dollars my way, but don't feel compelled to buy me anything. So don't binge watch anything on Netflix or Hulu. Binge listen, maybe through any of the other headphones I mentioned instead of the Fiio FT3, and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.